First thing we're going to do is dismount this ONIX here. Set it back there. Check out one thing. Nope, we're going to have to, this Gimbal Mount is different than the ONIX, so I'll show you that here real quick. This gimbal is narrower for the 12, so we're going to be switching out the gimbals. I'll have to disassemble this, but our Ethernet cable we can reuse. We'll look at the power cable. I'll probably jump online and make sure. It looks like it may have changed, but I'm going to jump online, check the numbers out for you. I'll get right back to you here in a second. This is my Y cable from a transducer. We'll have to switch it out because it's not a mega Y cable. That's the NEMA. We're going to check out, see what it takes to convert from an ONIX to a SOLIX. Do the install, make it easier for you. So let's jump in here. We're going to start digging and get some tools out and start making some changes. Well, the easiest way to look, this is the power cable. There's the number 490413. Look at this. This is the power cable that came with the SOLIX 490413. Humminbird puts the part number and actually the date of manufacture right there on the cable. So this is going to be the same power cable. We're not going to have to use it. So have verified that, and I will now attempt to hook that to the unit to assure that it's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this dash panel out, and then that way I can get on it on the workbench. I figure it'd be simpler to get this, go over the workbench, because I'm going to have to rechange these holes here. I give you a glance into the sneak peek of what I got behind the panel. Probably come out the other way. This is gonna be my old transducer Y cable. Just remember which ones is which. They're going to be marked on here. We're going to be pulling one of the cables back out because we're going to be putting the new mega transducer. That and that are my that's the GPS receiver, and it's going to be easier for me to just pull these out the front because now we've got these undone. So I can leave that one. Leave that one, and then I can just pull these through. Move that up to my little notch there, and that ain't gonna work because those are bigger. We'll just pull everything out, it'll be simpler. We're gonna re-need that one. that's the fun of I got that one out. So that's going to be my old one. We'll have to put the new one in, but we'll reattach the new gimbal on here. I'll just show you what I've done. I've got a power bar here. That's my ground bar. This is my power bar down here that I've run. Then over here you can see the 5-port switch, and what we're actually going to be doing is I have exceeded the 5 ports, so we're going to actually show you a way to how to stack them. I'm going to be adding another 5-port in another video, but these are my transducer cables. This is my power and my GPS I've laid over here. Kind of organize things, what you need and what you don't need. Need that, that's going to be for the reinstall. But we're going to have to pull the side imaging cable, and we're going to be doing mega with this cable here. Okay, my first thing is I'm going to have to take this off. And I'll take all 4 of these off, and then I'll come back and we'll start working on this. I'm not going to make you watch me unscrew these bolts and nuts here. Okay, we're just about done there. We'll get that bolt out. We're getting ready to move up to the next generation of Humminbird electronics. Now what I'm going to look at is those front 2 will mount. I'm going to have to re-drill some holes here. I can tell. But I'm going to be able to reuse 2 of them, and I'm going to do a graph check before I put it on the boat if there's any dimensions difference in the back. This last one was a little snug. I'd like to pull it out a little forward if I can. And while I'm doing it, I might as well make some changes there. But I'm just going to hit these real quick. Give me the opportunity to get in the boat and do some deciphering. Jump back into the boat and see how this thing sets up. Okay, we're back in the boat, and what we're going to do is we're just going to set that there. We'll grab our Solix. And it's actually going to set out a little bit farther, but I still got room for steering here. But I may be able to come back. Oh yeah, I've got a lot more room now back here, so actually I'm going to move this bracket back. If you look there, we've got a lot more room now, so we can move this back on the base and still get our wires connected and give us a little more room here in the steering wheel. Man, this is setting up nice as far as the height. See perfectly over the console. I'm glad I went with the 12. It's going to fit perfect in that position there. Okay, we're going to drill the holes. We drilled one as a pilot, but and we'll repeat those for the other 2 holes and get the gimbal mount mounted to the bracket. Okay, that's the last one. So I've always seen one modification I want to do to this thing. I'm going to make me a little notch here. I was farther forward so I can run my cables up. Okay, we got the notch put in here, got everything attached. We're going to jump in the boat and mount her up. Okay, the next thing, we've got our plate. We've already pre-run that wire. We need to run our wires that we need for the install. Those are going to be transducers there. We'll set them there. Ethernet, GPS power cable. And we need our NEMA cable here. Go ahead and kind of pre-wire this, it'll make it a lot easier. I'm going to pre-wire all this to run through here. There's our GPS NEMA, so we can connect it. That's our external GPS receiver. It's going to be our power cable. Try to make everything as nice and clean as installs as possible. That's our Ethernet, and that's the shortest one, so that's going to be the last one to come in here. Come through here. Come through here. We'll do our management. I know transducer is going to be on this far side, so we know the transducer is going to be on that far side, but the thing to do is grab your unit. Here it is. We've got the sonar here, our Ethernet, our NEMA for the GPS, and then the power cables over on this side. So what we need to do is kind of straighten these out. Power cable. We'll set it on this side. Our Ethernet. Transducer is going to be there, our Ethernet, and then our NEMA. And actually I did them wrong. There's our transducer. NEMA has got the male plug, or the female. Transducer has a male plug. So we're going to just set them like that and that. Then we can hook our unit up. Next thing we can do is hook the unit up. Put our power cable over here. There's little notches and stuff. We're not going to use that one. That's our GPS, external GPS receiver. This is going to be our Ethernet. And this is going to be the transducer. The notch is normally up to the top. Normally I'm standing up and seeing it, but I'm trying to stay out of y'all's way so you can see it. Once we have that, we can kind of start pulling the cables back down. grab our mounting knobs, and then we'll start doing our cable management. When you're building custom mounts and doing things custom the way you want to do it, you got to experiment a little bit. There's not a right way and a wrong way. It's just doing it the way that's going to work best for you. And I really like this SOLIX, the way the cables come in down at the bottom now. Going to give you actually a little bit more room. Now we got nice good clearance here in front of the steering wheel. We're not going to be rubbing the unit. We're ready to pull the transducer wire and get that connected next. Now, since this is a replacement video, to make it a little easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a rope to this end, pull this transducer cable out, and then I'll hook back to it and pull the new one in. Makes it a lot simpler and easier. Make sure it's good and firm. When I pull this out back through the boat, I can connect to this and pull it right back in. I've already got some extras in there. Sometimes if you're going to do this is if you're pulling the cable in, pull you a couple extra pieces of rope in. That way you've got them there to get through the sidewall and make it easier the next time you need to add an accessory or pull a transducer in. You can do it simple and easy. One thing I love about my Skeeter bass boats is they offer access to rigging back here. You can see I actually got the some ropes tied in here, but what we're going to be able to do is access that transducer cable. What you do is you access, I put some loosened up that cable, pushed it in the hole. Now I know this is the cable that I want to work with. I'm gonna have to work between the two places, and I'll just work it all the way back out. And right there we pulled our rope. So it's gonna be just as simple to jump in here and thread this back through from the back end. But this is the part. But being able to run it down the sidewall, this is all open in a Skeeter, so it makes it nice and simple. I'm just going to set that under there, pull the rest of my cable out, and we'll be ready to mega SOLIX imaging coming soon. So the next step is to get the transducer off. We'll take this transducer shield, and I'll need to get a new mount because this is going to be different on the Mega than the ONIX transducer was. But I've got a way that I'm going to mount it to go test it until I talk to the good folks down at Transducer Shield and Saver to get me a new protector that's going to mount to the L bracket and spacer here. What you need to do is get that bolt out. And I lost my spacer. What we're going to do is take this piece off, and we can come up underneath here and get those out. If you're going to mount traditionally, you have your transducer, the rounded edge is going to go against this rounded edge. To mount it correctly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this and use the bracket, and I'm going to attach it temporarily to my Transducer Shield L bracket until I get one of those. They've got them in down there, I just haven't got one ordered. So We're going to jump in here, we're going to finish this up, and then we'll go on to the next step. Next thing I'm going to do is mount this back to the jack plate. I showed you how to remove it. I've shown you how to do it before. I'm going to do that, run the cable, and then we'll get back in here and finish up the install. Okay, pull the rope, and we got the end of it. This one's going to say side imaging, which is going to be the mega imaging side. And we got that all connected. Put me a tie on there. Just kind of do a little cable management, but we about got her whipped. Just gonna hold it up in place. So we've got everything hooked up, so the moment of truth. Here we go. Power. Boom. There's the bird. SOLIX 12. Well, it's time to check it out. Make sure she's working. We're going to put a LakeMaster card in here. Go to chart. Man, the maps pop up there. Mapping on both sides. Home screen, just checking out a few things here. One of the cool things is the Bluetooth. You got your phone, you can get text messages on here. You'll need to go to your phone, go under your settings and set your Bluetooth up. Make sure the Bluetooth is on. It's going to look for Bluetooth devices. Hey, it found my Windows Phone 950 XL right there. Allow pairing. Windows Phone is now connected. Now I got text alerts. If I get a text message, it'll show up on the screen. That's some of the cool stuff, man, with this SOLIX. You can use it however it wants to. You can use the Angler or the custom mode. A lot of features. A lot of it's a lot like the ONIX, but in the new platform with the new screen resolution, the more rectangular screen resolution is going to allow you to do a lot more things. Like views, you got all kinds of views. You can create new custom views. It's cool. It's a Humminbird. What do you expect? Check out the new SOLIX. Put it to work for you. Upgrade your existing electronics, man. You can do some really cool stuff. There's DI, we're not working because we've got regular transducer on. Go to home screen. Coolest thing is 2-finger tap and hold. Since it's working, it's time to get to work and go use it. Thank you for tuning in to another set of tips and tricks. And tune in next time as we show you some more of these awesome new features and products from my sponsors. The new Humminbird SOLIX, man. Check them out. This is the 12. 15 inch is also available. I think I probably could have gone with a 15, but I'm really happy that the 12's here. It's got some cool things. I'm getting ready to show you all the cool features in this Humminbird SOLIX. Thank you, and tune in next time.